It's time to go looking for other stuff.
This is an artificial reef.
A lot of kudas. Sometimes too many fish can be a problem.
I think I saw a cobia go down, Rush. Every fish has sort of got its own signature traits.
Rush, got him. There he is, Rush, right under you. My favorite part about being out on the water is probably the unknown, what's under the boat.
Is it a red snapper?
My name is Ali Hussainy. I grew up in Southern California and now operate one of the largest sport fishing websites in the world. Just another day at the office?
My office, not yours.
I'm Rush Maltz,
I got you, what you seeing?
Florida Keys native and career fishing guide for the past 20 years.
Fish, when I come out to California, you can let me catch all the 300-pound tunas.
Our passion is our profession, and we know there's more to fishing than just the catch.
There's a good mark right there, that's what I like to see.
That's the one! He's not superstitious because that's bad luck. Woo! All right, get with him, come with him.
We explore the people, places, and species that make up the culture of fishing.
We're still back here in McClellanville, South Carolina. It's been a heck of a journey, especially for Rush. You know, he doesn't leave town very much with his boat. So Rush has towed his boat 12 hours north, all the way across Florida, across Georgia, near Charleston, and here we are.
I see him flipping right here.
I see them flipping up in front of us too. Coming through the Keys, you have a lot of different diverse people, different fishermen. Some people come, some people go. Some people stick around a lot. And a good buddy of mine, Chris Morrison, came to the Keys and pretty much made it his home for the better part of 20 years. Well, he would tell me about McClellanville, South Carolina.
And Chris has put us on some of the most amazing bottom fishing we could ever imagine. And you know, now that we've got our bottom fish and we've sort of scratched that off the list, it's time to go looking for other stuff.
It's a pretty good forecast, man. We got 5 p.m. This comes up out of the south just a little bit.
The similarities between McClellanville and the Keys were extremely similar. The species, the techniques, the waters. There are differences, different baits, different stuff like that, but they're very similar fisheries, and that really struck my interest.
If you're gonna fish South Carolina, odds are you're probably gonna fish out of a major port like Charleston. This is a sleepy little gem that's just far enough out of the way to kind of let you have a launching point that's, you know, not near Charleston, give you some water that doesn't see the kind of pressure that a lot of waters see across the country, and really provide a great fishing experience if you're willing to work a little hard. So Chris, what's the story here?
This is an artificial reef. We're gonna pull up here and see what kind of mark we get. My favorite part about being out on the water is probably the unknown, what's under the boat. There, we got action on the surface.
Jackson or action?
Probably Jackson. Here we go. Look at
Looks
look at this boil right here.
Look at this.
A lot of kudas.
There's the jack, I think.
Holy.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna
Well, that didn't
get a
take
hook onto
long.
one of these rods right now in case the cobia pops up. What you got rigged? You got your jig ready?
You got an arrowhead.
Nice, yeah,
Now,
that'll get 'em.
I think I might get a bite if I throw this out there.
A lot of people will say a good sign of a healthy fishery anywhere is large predators, whether that's sharks, kudas, big jacks. This place is definitely a healthy fishery.
There they are. I just saw a couple flashes right there.
Jeez, dude, that's crazy. Look at those boils. See, I don't think you realize how good
There you
of
go.
a fisher I really am. Oh! That's a grouper. Another big snapper.
Trying to stay away from the jacks.
Aren't we all? No. You guys got any fish here, Chris?
Looks like you're tied into one right now.
Why am I using a spinner?
You might have brought a knife to a gunfight.
No. I know just what I'm doing.
Oh, there's a few here.
There you go.
Oh, this is a dog.
Oh God, I have a feeling I know what this is.
Lumberjackson.
This is just to get you warmed up.
I'm warm. Look at these friggin' 25-pound jacks just swimming around the boat.
Chris, feel free to jump in.
Yeah, don't be afraid to hook one here, Chris.
Shoot.
Actually,
I don't want to get tangled up with y'all, you
I
know
know
what
you
I
wouldn't
mean?
want us to suffer alone. Oh, this has got to be Amber Jackson. No grouper can fight for this long.
There's some big red snapper down there too.
Mine's not giant, but it's,
Look at that jack right there. That's a big old reef donkey.
yeah. Sometimes too many fish can be a problem, you know? Some days you're just trying to target one in particular fish. In this case, we went to some of these higher relief spots looking for cobia. But with the cobia, you have all kinds of other predatory fish. Amberjacks, barracudas, sharks. There's all kinds of stuff that hang around these spots. Come on.
Dude, these things are just nasty fighters. So that's one thing we don't have at home, man, is fish like this just on tap like that. It's so awesome. He's trying to eat the rod tip.
Excuse me there, buddy. I'm gonna throw this. Oh, look, I had a cuda eat my, I think on the first time. See that bite right there in the leader?
Oh yeah, you got chunked up.
Oh, you almost got bit off, huh?
I felt it on the first one. Ah, amberjack. Nice way to warm up the day.
Yeah, man.
That's pretty cool, Chris. You just pull up here,
And they're biting.
throw a couple scoops over the side, and you got all that surface activity.
Yeah, man.
So many similarities to the Keys here, you know.
Most of the same fish, really, except for like the vermilions replaced the yellowtails here. You know, very similar snapper species.
Here you go.
Ali, you're gonna have to weed through these jacks for that cobia.
Whoa.
Local knowledge is brought to you by Evinrude, fastest, cleanest, smartest. The only outboard that lets you have it all. Penn, let the battle begin. Yeti, built for the wild. Seakeeper, once you feel it, you will never boat without it. The Florida Keys and Key West, come as you are. Bubba, the ultimate lifestyle. Nomad Design, crafted by experience, and by bdoutdoors.com.
You know, a lot of places, especially when I'm tuna fishing out in clean water, I know what an individual mark is. Okay, that's a bluefin. Oh, that might be a marlin, whatever. Here it's a little tougher. And it reminds me a lot of some of the remote spots in Baja. You roll up onto a spot and your meter explodes. And you really can't even kind of pick out a big fish from a little fish or whatever. I think I saw a cobia go down, Rush.
See one? Mixed
Yeah.
in with all those jacks?
Yes, sir. I don't know how the heck we're gonna pick him out of these jacks.
Anytime you pull up on a spot and you know it holds amberjacks, it's gonna be a problem if you're looking for another species. Hopefully that's not a jack.
That could be him. Nice, Rush.
Not feeling like, I don't know.
What's the difference in the fight, Rush, between a cobia and a jack?
You know, it all depends. The cobia sometimes will swim right up to the top instead of digging so hard like this.
Okay.
Or sometimes they'll just stick right to the bottom. A lot of head shake with this though. A lot of head shake. Might be him. See how he's coming up?
It's not taking those blistering runs anymore.
Is that his belly or is it a jack?
That looks like a jack to me.
It's a jack.
Oh, we have all kinds of fishing. I mean, South Carolina's had the pelagics. We got the bottom fishing is spread out over a large area, and there's a lot of different things you can target there. You know, if you want to bend a rod, you can do it bottom fishing here.
Not what we were looking for there, not who popped up, but I had a feeling.
It's a cobia jack.
So
Maybe
this
he'll
guy
come.
go and try and get him though. Try and get him back up on top. I see all these predators around. I'm gonna anchor up, you know, because I know just drift fishing, I'm gonna drag all the jacks with me. I'm gonna anchor up and try and stir some stuff off the bottom. There's something.
Get it? Something small, Rush?
Not right. It's got a little weight to it. Feels kind of grouperish.
I had something on the way up, but it fell off. There's just a band of life like 50 feet off the bottom. That's where I...
This might be an almaco. It's not fighting like a sandbar, really.
It's not, right? Or is it?
It's just straight up and down.
I got something too.
You hooked up, Ollie?
Yes, sir.
You got any weight to yours, Ollie, or
Yeah, it's
what?
heavy.
Nice.
Woo! We in Mexico?
Feels hotter.
Right?
Dude, this is no joke.
So you hoping for a jack or a sandbar shark?
I'm hoping you have a sandbar shark and I got a nice almaco.
You might have a nice almaco. Mine feels pretty heavy.
How can you tell a species population is in good shape? I think number one is catching a lot of them or seeing a lot of them. And then the second thing really is catching big samples of them. That's a real almaco right there.
The almaco jack.
Holy crap.
There we go, there's a jig eater.
In my experience, anchoring up is the way to go when you're trying to get through these amberjacks and get to some of the smaller fish on the bottom and try and get the cobias to come up to the surface. Sometimes it just doesn't work out.
From the deep, deep.
Oof.
We're taking him to the smoker. I got a friend of mine who'll do it, man.
Awesome, man.
Man, I am not dropping another jig down there.
Nice snowy spot, Chris. Sometimes the amberjacks are just too ferocious and you just can't get through them. And at some point, how many amberjacks are you willing to pull on to wait out one cobia that you saw? So at some point, you're gonna pull the plug and it's time to move on to something else. Oh, I'm sweating.
Oh, are you? I didn't notice.
Yeah.
Let me find you a bottom mark that's a little tighter. There is a spot in here.
Oh, that's airtight right there, buddy. Oh my God. For me, one of the most appealing things about McClellanville and South Carolina is their grouper fishery. You know, we love catching groupers. We catch a lot of groupers back home. Ali catches a lot of groupers down in Mexico, down in Baja, and we love to go to different places which have either the same species of groupers that we catch or different kinds of groupers. All right, I am on the bottom.
You better be ready, bud.
Oh, I'm ready.
That's the mark you were looking for right there.
I see the bottom. Oh, I just got bit.
You are going to get a good take here. Rush is on.
Right kind?
Well, it doesn't feel like another amberjack, or I hope. Chris wouldn't do that to me twice.
Oh my God.
Ollie's on.
Amberjack.
No.
What did you drop?
On a
Big
squid?
chunk of squid.
Yeah.
It's not an amberjack.
Nah, probably not. Oh, he's gone.
Oh, it came off.
Yeah. Think you still got bait? Drop it again while you're there.
Just got picked up again. What the French?
Swimming up. Yeah, you got something. That's weird.
Sharks
weird.
like to swim up.
Every fish has sort of got its own signature traits when it comes to catching them. You know, where in the water column you catch them, that's a big, indicator to what you're gonna get. If you caught it on the bottom here, it's probably gonna be a grouper or a snapper. If your bait gets busted as soon as it hits the water or is in mid-water, it's probably gonna be a jack or maybe a kingfish. Now you've got that bite, you can kind of tell from the fight what you have.
I think Rush might have dropped it in the right spot.
I wonder if mine didn't come off a little ways up and AJ got it off the bottom.
That's a
probably what
possibility. Ooh,
I hope he's big.
happened. No, it's not.
it keeps you in shape though, you know?
Definitely keeps you in shape. I got color. Looks like the right one, Chris.
The grouper collar?
Looks like it.
Looks like
Snowy.
Oh yeah. There's some dinner.
That's a cute one.
It's not a monster, but it's a nice one.
That is a cute one, buddy.
Looks like dinner time to me.
This species of grouper, in particular, the snowy grouper, is generally a deep water fish. You're not going to catch them in under 350 feet of water. Look at that. You can tell they came out of the depths, can't you?
Popeye grouper.
Popeye grouper. Look how pronounced the snowflakes are on them though, huh?
Yeah, his spots are pretty bright right now. It's almost like a Bambi grouper too, right? That spot's like a little baby
Don't
deer.
make me feel bad now.
I wouldn't do that, buddy.
Don't make me feel bad.
A grouper on the bottom is going to try and take you into the rocks with just massive, pounding, tail beats that you feel through your whole body. But when you hook a jack, there's no mistaking what you've hooked. They are just the toughest, meanest, hardest pulling, sustained fighting fish there is. Almaco grouper.
An almaco. I thought I told you to catch a grouper, please.
I was trying, buddy. I was trying.
Local knowledge is brought to you by SeaVee Boats. Lead the way. Costa. See what's out there. Mustad. The standard in saltwater. Aftco. Any fish, any water. Sea Deck. Your boat deserves Sea Deck. JL Audio. How we play. Casa Vieja Lodge. Experience 5-star angling in tropical Guatemala. The Saltwater Angler, Key West. And by Taco Marine.
You know, after just a couple of days of fishing here, it doesn't take long to figure out the program, and we sort of fell into our groove. You know, we had some awesome fishing right out of the bat, but like any fishery, man, we want to go explore.
They're flipping like crazy up here. Yeah, right there, 12 o'clock in front of us.
And off we go again. It's a new day.
Well, I can tell that's like broken pieces of wreck right there. We're starting to mark the edge of it right here and all the bait.
That sounds good to me.
122 feet. Let it drop back a little bit. Cobia love structure. They love relief. They love to swim around, circle the wrecks, circle the bottom with high relief because there's all this bait around them.
The bait situation here is, there's too much bait almost. It's so much bait, you can't even believe it. We were fortunate, we got some bait. Sometimes we didn't get exactly what I wanted, but we took what was on offer and we made do with it. He caught a bait fish. Rush, got him.
Come on.
I'm bit too, I'm bit too.
Come underneath.
I'm bit, I just don't know how to get him out of the wreck.
Oh, I still got him.
Still got my bait.
There he is, Rush, right under you. Cobia.
Which way do you go?
I got him.
You got him? Sick.
That's a nice one too.
Definitely a keeper you got there. Mine feels pretty good too. I got it.
You got a mango, don't you?
That's what it looks like. No,
A
it's
drum, you got a
red
drum.
fish.
Do you have any buddies, Rush?
I just saw the one.
Grab this guy real quick.
He's about to come up right here.
You want me to gaff him?
Yeah, you better gaff that cobia. A decent redfish there. Yep.
All right, right here, I got his head. Stroke him. Got him.
Nice shot.
Oh, brained
Up and in, up and in. Okay, oh yeah,
He's not going anywhere.
Yeah, you brained him.
That's what we came here for. Nice little stop, Chris.
Hey,
Yeah,
way
man.
to call your shot, Chris. That's awesome, buddy.
You said we were gonna get one here.
So we had a pretty good chance.
There he is. You know, McClellanville and South Carolina is not a place that you'd ever heard of. It's not a vacation spot, whatever. We came in here to fish, share this awesome fishery with you guys. You know, a lot of places I've gone, I've seen it, I've done it, cool, I'm done with it. This is not one of those places.
Got him out.
You got him out? Yeah, you did, buddy. Holy cow.
Rush.
Nice job, Rush.
Woo!
Hopefully he didn't saw you.
Told you, you're not gonna burn my thumb up like that and you're not getting better at him.
Damn right, buddy.
I really enjoy catching big fish. But what's more important than that is I really enjoy catching fish that are bigger than Rush's. And I think he would tell you the same thing.
You got him right where you want him
See
there.
him, Chris. Just like a lot of times, Ali comes out strong out of the gates. I mean, he comes out firing. Looks like a big
The
old,
right one.
is it a red snapper?
They say that lightning never strikes in the same place twice, but when you come to a fishery like this, it can.
That is a red snapper. He rocked you up.
Damn, he might have Ali's.
Rush caught a really big red snapper. I mean, we are all freaking out. Like, this is what we're here for, you know?
Dang. That's a lot of color right there. Golly.
Damn. I catch one of the nicest red snapper, my personal best, you know, me being on the rod, that I've ever caught.
He's awesome, and he's just a little smaller than mine. I feel really good. Oh my God. Everybody knew what we were here for. Everybody knew what we were doing in this tiny community. They welcomed us with open arms, from the fuel dock and the marina to the restaurant. We came to McClellanville We had a great time. We made some awesome memories, and we will be back.
That is,
So big, they look like cargo.
that is a doormat right there. Golly, you grown big here.
Awesome.
That thing has some shoulders on it.
Just that sleepy little fishing village that, you know, hadn't changed in a long time, and I thought it was perfect just the way it was. Look at the tail.
Such an awesome fish, huh?